Your most likable sales rep, the one who, buys the client dinner and remembers their kids' names, well, they are statistically the most likely to lose your biggest deals.
Yeah, it sounds completely backward.
Right. But welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at the hard data behind complex B2B sales, and it turns out that relationship builders only make up about 7% of high performers.
7%. That is just wild.
I know. The dominant force is actually a profile known as challengers, sitting at a massive 40%. So our mission today is building a concrete, 90-day implementation roadmap for you, the VP of sales, to actually install this challenger methodology on your sales floor.
Right, and we aren't just going to talk high-level theory here. We're breaking this down into 3 practical 30-day phases.
Exactly.
Because, transitioning a team from just reacting to problems to proactively delivering insights, well, that requires a massive behavioral shift across your entire organization.
So let's jump right into phase 1, which is days 1 to 30. This is all about redefining what a win looks like in those early conversations.
Right, getting away from just pitching product features.
Yeah, exactly. Moving toward what's called commercial teaching. I mean, think of it like hiring a home inspector. You don't want them pointing out the peeling paint you can already see, right?
Yeah, you already know about the paint.
Exactly. You want them finding the cracked foundation you had no idea was there because, well, that's what's actually going to ruin your investment.
I love that analogy. That cracked foundation is basically the buyer's business blind spot.
Right.
In those first 30 days, your reps really need to stop just diagnosing stated problems. Because when they just agree with the customer's self-diagnosis, they're basically acting as free consultants.
Oh, right, because they define the problem and then your competitors just swoop in.
Exactly. Competitors swoop in with a slightly cheaper feature set to solve that exact same issue. A challenger, instead, brings a unique, proactive insight that completely reframes how the customer views their own business.
But, you can't just tell a rep to, go find a blind spot and expect them to succeed.
No, definitely not.
Which brings us to phase 2, days 30 to 60. Equipping the team. The methodology talks a lot about tailoring insights. But if you're a VP, how do you actually build a scalable system for that?
Well, you have to build a modular library of insights.
A modular library.
Yeah, this isn't a rigid, 40-slide master pitch deck that reps just read verbatim. It's more like interchangeable blocks of insight.
It's
like you build one block focused entirely on hidden cash flow bottlenecks for when the CFO is in the room, and then another block focused on user adoption metrics for the VP of Ops.
So they just snap them together.
Right. You train your reps to snap these blocks together dynamically depending on exactly who is sitting at the table, because buying committees are like 6 to 10 people now.
Hey, I have to push back here for a second.
Sure, go ahead.
Having the right tailored insight for the CFO is great, but if the rep backs down the moment the CFO pushes back on price, the insight doesn't even matter.
That is spot on.
Right, so that brings up the methodology's final pillar, which is taking control. But if I tell my reps to march in, demand a budget conversation in the first 15 minutes, and dictate the timeline, well, buyers are just going to show them the door. I mean, it sounds like a recipe for arrogance.
Yeah, and honestly, that is the biggest fear most sales leaders have. But there is a massive difference between arrogance and assertiveness here.
Okay, how so?
Well, arrogance is grounded in ego. Taking control, in this framework at least, is assertiveness grounded in customer insight.
Right.
Your reps are guiding a decision process that actually serves the buyer's best interests. So it means having the confidence to say no to pointless free pilots that just derail the timeline.
Oh, I see. Or addressing the budget early so nobody wastes time.
Exactly. Teaching reps to hold their ground with that kind of quiet confidence is the core focus of phase 3, days 60 to 90.
So during this final phase, as you're enforcing all this behavior, how are you actually measuring it? Because relying on closed-won revenue is a lagging indicator.
Yeah, it's way too late by then.
Right. You need to know if they are effectively challenging the prospect long before the deal just dies.
Well, the most surprising leading indicator you want to track is actually customer pushback.
Wait, pushback is a good thing.
It is. If your prospects aren't arguing or showing skepticism toward your reps' insights, your reps just aren't challenging them enough.
Wow. Okay.
Constructive tension actually means the buyer is engaged with the new reality you're presenting to them.
That requires a total shift in pipeline reviews then. Because instead of asking, what's the next step, you should really be asking your reps, what business problem did you teach the client about today that they didn't know they had yesterday?
Exactly. If they can't articulate that, the deal probably isn't real.
That makes a lot of sense.
And as you scale this across the floor, you know, don't try to clone your natural challengers
Oh, really? Why not?
because it's too hard.
Hmm.
Take your hard workers, like the reps who rely on raw call volume, and redirect that incredible drive. Channel their energy into deep insight preparation instead.
Oh, so quality over quantity.
Right. One well-researched, insight-driven conversation beats 10 generic check-ins every single time.
You're fundamentally changing how your organization creates value before a contract is ever signed.
Exactly right.
So we want to leave you with this provocative thought to analyze your own pipeline right now. If your reps are only securing meetings with mid-level managers, well, are your company's insights actually valuable enough to earn the C-suite's attention?